Subscribe for more.
So, are you ready for your story? My little star, are you ready for your story? It is story time. Okay. Now it's time to come to the library, my little star. I'll help you fall asleep so you can be ready for what tomorrow brings. Okay. Now, I don't know if you've noticed, but this is my favorite dome in the whole observatory. It's the place my children all gather every night, and the place where each of our stories are held. Okay. Get comfy, get cozy. Maybe something to drink, maybe a blanket, or maybe just me. Anything that is cozy. Here you are, my star. Pick whatever spot would be most comfortable for you, and I'm gonna return with my book. Okay. Okay, are you comfortable, little star? Comfortable now, my little star. Wonderful. Now, I'll now read you one of my most treasured stories. And it doesn't have a name, but it's important enough to be etched into the very cosmos itself. Okay. Okay, allow me to open the book. Now, this story takes place in another time and place. Long before the birth of our universe, it stars a small apricot-colored Luma who is but a few days old. The Luma lived happily with their mama on board a brilliant comet. Every day they spent together was filled with fun games, good food, and lots of laughter. The little Luma loved their mama more than anything in the entire anyway. One day, while the comet was nearing this planet, a large starship flew past. The ship was a dark force that sucked the life out of every celestial body around it, and as it passed by the Luma's home, it pulled the power stars right out of the comet's core. During the attack, the little Luma flew to Mama's side and buried their face in her dress. They were terrified, but Mama used her magic to protect them, at least for as long as she could. But the violent force of Starship was too strong, and it sent the little Luma tumbling off of the comet down to the large planet below. After landing in this strange new place, the Luma felt lonely and scared. This was the first time he had ever been by himself, and he had nothing more than to run back to Mama. But he wasn't used to the planet's gravity yet. It couldn't fly more than a few inches off the ground. While they were struggling to get back home, a young woman came to investigate the crash. This woman happened to be the planet's princess. She was a kind person who led her kingdom with a gentle hand, and when the Luma saw her soft face and how it similar look to their mama, they decided to trust them instantly. Now, this Luma decided to trust the princess instantly. Princess, princess, the Luma called out. Something really bad has happened. Now I don't know how to get back to my mama. The princess reassured the Luma with her soft voice. Don't worry, she said. I know someone who can help. Later that night, a hero in red came to the princess's castle in order to help her and the little Luma. But before he could even learn what was happening, the dark starship began approaching the building. in red tried his best to reach the princess, but a dark spell from the ship sent him flying out into the stars. Knowing he was the only way the story could have a happy ending, the princess told Luma that they needed to save him, being scared to leave the princess, but even more scared of the dark starship. They flew out of her hands and down towards the hero below. Both of them crashed on a lone planet, and the Luma didn't know what to do. They were afraid of being home by themselves with someone who looked nothing he'd seen before. But before the Luma's tears could fall, their mama appeared in a bright flash of light. The Luma explained everything that happened to their mama, and she told him everything she knew as well. The starship that attacked their comet was being controlled by an evil tyrant, trying to be an alpha when they're not really even a sigma, they're just a beta, and they wanted the princess and all the power in the galaxy for themselves. This only scared the Luma further, but Mama assured him that the hero in red would be able to save them. But Mama, the Luma said in panic, how do we know the hero can really stop the evil tyrant? Especially after he couldn't stop the first attack. It would make you feel better. You can test him, Mama replied. But that's really scary, the Luma said. What if the hero isn't strong enough? Or what if he's not really a hero and I can get hurt? I don't know if I can do it. Mama looked at the Luma with trusting eyes. Of course you can, she said. You know, sometimes scary things can be more fun if you turn them into a game. The little Luma started thinking, wondering how a situation like this could possibly be made less scary with all the dark magic and the evil tyrant. How could any of this be fun? But after they thought and thought some more, they finally had an idea. Hide and seek. When the hero in red woke up, the little Luma and some of their friends challenged him to a game. The Luma said that if the hero won, he would take them to see Mama. He was able to help them save the princess. The hero agreed, and so they all transformed into bunnies. Wormy bunnies, and hid around the planet, leaving the hero in red to find them all. And one by one, they did. watching each one of the star bunnies and turning them back into Lumas. While playing this game, the little Luma found themselves not being so scared anymore. They even found the little hero in the red a lot easier to talk to. As promised, the little Luma took them to meet their mama. And Mama took them all back to their home comet. Mama explained what happened to the starship and how it all stolen all the cars of power. Yes, the comet's power. But if the hero in red could bring back the power stars, Mama promised to fly him all the way out across the universe so they could save the princess. Hearing all of this, the little Luma started to feel scared again, but this time, not for himself. Instead, he started feeling scared for the hero. I'm coming too, shouted the little Luma. They spoke before I could even think about what they were saying. The world's a bit crazy, but their heart was strong to stop. You'll need some extra power if you take down that evil tyrant. I can give it to you. After that, the little Luma turned themselves into stardust and merged themselves with the hero, giving him the power to take on the universe's greatest challenges. And off the duo went. They hopped from planet to planet and galaxy to galaxy, collecting every power star they could find. Along the way, the two slayed every monster that the evil tyrant sent across the universe. But most importantly, they helped everyone they could. Lost travelers, hardworking robots, and so many more. And they helped everyone they could. I almost forgot about the speedy penguins. But despite how scary it was at times, doing it always made the Luma feel a lot better inside. Eventually, all the stars were found, and Mama flew her comet to where the original evil tyrant was hiding. After a long and difficult journey, the hero in red was able to rescue the princess and stop the tyrant for good. When the tyrant was defeated, all the cosmic power they had taken had soon started to collapse. Without a body to hide in the dark forces, once it grew unstable, soon they formed into a black hole at the end of the universe. Oh my god, wormhole. And as it grew, it started taking every planet along with it. The little Luma was scared. They wanted nothing more to go back to their mama and hide, but after they went, and the hero and everything they'd done together, they remembered how good it felt to help people, so they made this decision. The little Luma took themselves out of the hero's body, waved goodbye and launched himself into the center of the black hole. Seeing this act of bravery, the other Lumas in the universe started to follow. And as soon as the Lumas had flown themselves directly into the void, Mama was sad to just see them go. But like they had promised each and every one of them when they first met, she saw them off to smile. The power of the black hole and the Lumas. And then the power of the black hole and the Lumas mixing created a supernova, one large enough to change the entire universe. Knowing that that little Uma did all of this to protect the hero, Mama used her magic to shield them and the princess during the explosion of stardust. Once the skies cleared, the hero and Red and the princess looked around. They were back on their home planet, only this time it looked a lot different. On the planet were all the friends they had made throughout the galaxies, even though they were so far away before. And now the planet was also under Mama's protection. Now that the journey was finally over, Mama flew her comet down the planet's surface, spent some time in the spot where she had grown up. She found her favorite tree on the hill, sat underneath it, letting the calm atmosphere of the old dome fill her with peace. But no matter how much she tried, and how hard she tried, she couldn't shake the feeling of loneliness in her heart. Without her children by her side. But as she was sitting alone, thinking about how brave her children were for doing such a noble thing, a little voice called out from the bottom of the hill, and when Mama looked down, she saw a small apricot-colored Luma who was but a few days old. The end. Good night, my little star. Did you like the story? I know you like when I read that one, but you didn't know some parts of it, did you? Now, though, you can fall asleep nice and comfy, and I promise I'm always watching over you, like in the sun in the sky, the moon in the night. And when it rains, you can't see the sky. I will turn into a star in the clouds and wait for your tears to dry. I will by you.